Okay, hey collective. I've been kind of like not like I've been honestly I've been avoiding doing this reading. This is on that Blake Lively and oh gosh, how am I forgetting his name because he's the one with the face card. Not that Blake's face isn't, everything, right? I mean, I would just leave it there. What's the husband's name? The guy's. Cuz he's got a face card too, right? What is his name? Blake Lively. What's her husband's name? Ryan Reynolds? Is that what his name is? And I grew up watching this guy on different things, right? Yeah, Ryan Reynolds. So I didn't want to get involved in like doing any readings on this initially just because I felt like it was so convoluted. Like I just felt like the mass hysteria, the mass, amount of people involved. And then there's this Justin Baldoni, which I feel like it was an energy exchange. Whatever conversations, whatever interactions took place with Justin Baldoni and Ryan and Blake and whomever else, because I heard like, what's the other girl? Taylor Swift. I heard Swifty was maybe involved in the conversations, or I don't know, maybe they used her energy as well. But I feel like that's what they do. Like we're not, this is not kindergarten for entertainment purposes. Let's look at this. All right. I'm being told to use certain decks, but I'm going to start with, there's a lot of like accusations flying in this, right? That's what I understand. So let's just look. Ooh. And now I feel like it's causing some marital issues between Blake and the wandering eye husband. Like that's the energy that I get. Like I feel like there was somebody else who does blind items and like who pulls up like all this dirt essentially, which gives all these timelines for different people's relationships. And it just kind of like further proved his face card does not get declined. Let's just say that. His face card is one of those things. I even saw, who was that other guy? I forget who it was. Like recently somebody who's got like a billionaire's wife was all up in somebody's face. But I feel like this is the energy that it's leading towards. All right, show us. This is going to be... Yeah, they're doing something. Yeah. So this is the couple. This is Blake Lively and her husband. There's some issues. There's definitely marital issues there. Because this lover's energy is in the reverse, right? So this is like loss of balance. Okay, let's see what that's about. I have to keep looking at his name, Ryan Reynolds. So right now, like I said, that was an energy exchange. They're looking to kind of manifest this financial, that may have been the whole purpose of whatever they did to get Justin trapped up in this, is what I'm feeling like. Like, yeah, this was a plan. This was a plan. Perhaps even maybe, I'm feeling like Blake maybe used, and trust me, I don't know anything about really what's going on in that. All I see is that like, oh, she accused him of, I don't even really know what she accused him of. Maybe it was harassment. I don't feel like that was like something that was able to be established. Ooh, sorry. I don't feel like that was something to be established. She and her husband are coming out like together, but they're coming out separately but together, but also with that Ten of Swords energy. So it looks like whatever they were trying to manifest, whatever they were trying to like will into their presence or their energy. Because again, the reason why I didn't engage in this, because the amount of the lawsuit was astronomical. It felt like it was just very obnoxious and very like entitled and very, it came from a lack mindset, if you will. Like, it almost came from like, I'm not protected by my husband. I don't have any kind of like power, even though I'm this big, huge star and I can't control, other people, which is true. You can't control other people, but I don't feel like she was in control of herself, like her own way of thinking. I feel like this may have even sparked because of an issue between her and her husband, not necessarily even having anything to do with Justin. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's like, let's take the focus off of this so we can soften the blow for what's really taking place. That's what I feel here. So we can stay in this position. But I feel like something about like, like maybe this is the truth. Maybe the friend knows, because I'm getting this is the separate energy. So maybe this is Taylor's energy. Like Taylor knows the truth about that. Yeah, she was skeptical about this taking place in the first place. Okay, what is this? Taylor. Whoa! Taylor is apprehensive about saying much now because she feels like it'll put her in this reverse energy in her own relationship, and that things will get kind of catty in the background because maybe Blake is like a very overbearing friend when combined with her husband's energy. Okay, so I'm going to put Taylor back this way, because this reading is not about her, but she's expressing things. She wants to keep her new relationship going and in harmony. And so that may be why we see like a move back, or maybe that's why like there was an energy shift of where Taylor was like, wait a minute. Maybe Taylor had some like foresight. Maybe she had a dream or something. Yeah. About how this would affect her dude, her man, her football playing baby. She feels like she likes the relationship. She likes the energy that it creates for her. She likes the success that it that's come to fruition for both parties. He's smitten with her, of course, because it's gotten him to this, you know, this wealthy, successful, providing energy. So he's able to get into a level of stability that, I mean, he feels so confident right now. I mean, think about it. I feel like this girl has a lot of like resources. Let's just put it that way. Not just financial, but like she could call people. She could, but her affiliations are really sketchy to me. Just in like the people that, and I'm talking about Taylor right now, like the connections that she does make as far as like friends and who she decides to hang with. I feel like there's an air of, well, I want to do this to be seen correctly. I want to do this to make sure I have friends everywhere. It's not coming from a place of like genuine, like, oh, I really think that this person is cool, and I think that people, you know, give this person a hard time, and I'm not going to let that be the issue for our relationship. So I feel like if she were more practical in that aspect of things, that she'd be able to have more of a balance here. But she's going up against a couple who is familiar with how this energy works, and she's in a relationship with someone where she's benefiting them for that person to understand how his energy works in a spiritual aspect, entertainment purposes. She's trying to help him see how they can use their energy together. The thing is that Ryan and Blake already have established themselves in that part. So that's the clarity. That's like maybe something that, again, Taylor is looking at this. She's like, okay, I can fix this. I can create this. I can get this clarity here in my relationship and let them deal with their mess. Whoa. Yes, that's that same skeptical. She's like thinking like, okay, I gotta be strong in this, and like I know I can't go back to this. Like whatever it is, she's staying headstrong with respect to like backing up from that. Again, this is Blake's deck with respect to like where she's at, and she was depending, or is maybe even still depending on this friendship, because I feel like Taylor, if Blake and what's his face Ryan, you know, what's his face, because his face card is what gets this guy in trouble. It's his ego, like, I'm so fine. It's like, yeah, you're so fine here, sir, but when we get to the depth and the core of the being, not so much. But anyway, he knows that. He knows who he is. You know, I'm not judging. I'm just, you know, it is what it is. You know, however people decide to pull justice into their wheelhouse is their business. I'm getting a fishy odor. There's a fishy odor in this establishment. Maybe that's what Blake is starting to realize. Holy crap cakes. Okay, this is her husband's. This is, what is his name? I know his face though. Don't you? I know his face. That's the Ryan Reynolds. Okay. I crack up because it's like these are people who are totally in the spotlight, and I see their names flashing before me every day. I grew up watching some of these people, you know, on the big screen, and it's like to not remember their names. It's like, who are you again? Okay, like literally living in your bubble was a person. Fancy. They really are. Like, they're trying to make some decisions. So like, how do we back out of this? How do we switch the narrative? How do we create a different situation for ourselves that can establish what we want right now? So that's where he's at. He's looking at like transforming this situation. So what is Ryan? Okay. This is not Wow. I feel like he's what we're gonna see is like he's in this energy of, I feel like they're separating, they're going their different ways, they're doing different things, you know, respectively. They're thinking about different spaces, like outside of each other. They're not even focused on their actual relationship at this point in time. They're doing damage control with respect to how people are seeing things with this Justin Baldoni guy. And this third deck is going to be Justin's energy, and I'm going to, Baldoni, and I'm going to leave that alone. But this is Ryan. Ryan doesn't want to even be seen too much. Like, he's still trying to, like, pull out this narrative, like, just see me as the husband, the good guy. See me as the good guy, you know, independent of whatever else is going on over here. Because it was my wife that was on this, you know, that decided to go forward with this. Like, it had to be her testimony. Oh, gosh, there's this quick shade of, like, regret. Like, he's like, yeah, I don't even want to be on board on this. I don't want to be on board with this. I literally hear him saying, I have my own thing that I want to do next. This is overshadowing my circumstances. Like, he's not, I feel like it's like where she wants him to like think about it a little bit more. He's like, nah, he's been here before. To him, this is just another breakup in the public eye. For him, it's like, oh yeah, this is just like another one of those scenarios that it didn't work out. But, you know, I feel like he's one of those energies is like he easily remains in this, Emperor energy, but he does it in a way of like using the public eyes to just say, oh yeah, this was not a good relationship. Oh yeah, this person was here and there and everywhere. But it, again, if you go back into his dating history, it's like there's this concerted effort between him and whomever he dates next to keep their business out the streets. Look, to keep their business out the streets, to like look at the long term. Like, if we're going to be together for a long time, we don't want it to look like we've been seeing each other before this happens. He does that. Like, this is his energy I'm getting. Like, he goes to people and it's like, look at how we could make this happen for you. Look at how, you know, me and you could be established. And people look at his face card and are just like, yeah, I want to be connected. So there's somebody who he's already establishing some type of mental, energetic connection with, who's like, okay, who's willing to make an investment because they are passionate about like him. And it's, I mean, rightfully so, right? And so he's like, okay, well, I can move on now because I found someone. So I don't know who this is. Yeah. I don't know if maybe this is a past energy even. Maybe this is somebody he dated in the past. Jessica Biel? Isn't she in a relationship? I don't know. I'm going to stay out of that. And now I gotta look it up. Because I feel like there are all these different, because again, these people date a lot and quite often within their own, you know, wheelhouse. So what did I say? It was with Jessica Biel, right? Previously. But I just want to see if she has a husband. Is she still with Justin Timberbooty? That's what I've always called him. Justin Timberbooty. Yeah, like he's in a lot of trouble himself. I don't feel like that would be even a good look for her. That may be like a conversation. Like they may just be like using each other, to be perfectly honest. It's a familiar energy for her. I'm feeling this is really her. Like I'm feeling in the background somewhere, quiet as is kept, unbeknownst to the others, whoever they're involved with, right? J&J, like maybe that's the secret thing, but like maybe that's even how they save each other's numbers and names or something. And again, she's married to someone named Justin, right? If they're still together, but he's been proven to like not be, what is it with these, like she's running from the same guy to the same guy. Yeah, that's the truth. Like she's feeling, but she feels somehow like maybe in this instance, once we let everything wash over and we can kind of see the truth of everything, that's what she's hoping like will be overcome. Okay, so maybe that's a movement we're seeing right now. Maybe we're seeing Jessica Biel. She's going to exit her marriage from Justin Timberlake. And I did see a lot of stuff about like the kids and everything. And then she may be engaging in like just communication. It has not crossed the line. Someone's asking, like, that may be fond of Blake. That's like, it has not crossed the line. He's staying true to the establishment that he's in, but not really, because, but that's all. Oh, that was a download I got this morning too. That's often a stance of most masculine energies. Like, just throughout my experience and seeing other people, like, men will typically figure out who they want to go towards next and kind of even maybe establish that, if not just energetically, but like physically, even if it's just like, hey, you know, even if it's just to like lend an ear to me while I'm going through this. And I really apologize for, you know, doing this to you because I see how this person is doing to this to me. Like, it could be even one of those situations where someone's like lending an ear to the other person, and then that's, you know, helping them to see like, oh, okay, maybe they are making a decision to move away, and that's getting this person, you know, Jessica Biel, over here excited about maybe moving and walking away. And I cannot say that if they are on the up and up with things, that using one another in the energetic way of being available platonically while they exit these relationships, that would be purposeful and useful. But I also know, like, it's probably like incredibly hard to do that in these relationships. Like, granted, it's hard to keep it under wraps, but then it's like incredibly hard to not go ahead and like book the room in your assistant's name and say you're going to go, you know, appear at something. I don't know. I don't even know where these people live, so I don't know how, you know, again, all of these things play a part. Yeah. Ooh. Maybe even some people feel like maybe they feel like, because again, this is the husband, and this is Jessica Biel. This is Justin Timberlake's wife that we're talking about now. Even though this started out as Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, there's some energetic pullback right here, right now, where both of these two feel like they may have the special sauce. I don't know if he says that. Does Ryan say that kind of stuff? He's like, well, maybe for right now, or maybe this is the sauce that, you know, to put on the, I don't know, I'm getting like firecracker shrimp. Like, this is the sauce that you put on the firecracker shrimp. And who doesn't like firecracker shrimp? Have you been to PF Chang's? Like, it's some energy like that. Like, why wouldn't we utilize, you know, one another's energy? That's what I'm getting. Like, they're going to create a safe space for one another and have this energetic exchange. Spiritually, they're connected, and I feel like maybe spiritually they never disconnected. Oh, which again could be why their other relationships do not work. Oh gosh, poor little Baldoni got himself all jacked up just even knowing these jackers, right? Oh gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Okay, anything else for the Biel and the... Yeah. Maybe at some point they were concerned about like people not supporting their stance in the things. Like, oh, this change is actually good news. I'm learning how to be more progressive. That's what I'm hearing. Between the two who are going back to their exes. So Jessica Biel and Ryan Reynolds. This is something that Blake is fearful of this. Blake is not excited about this. I mean, I guess you wouldn't be, right? If that were your husband, right? But I feel like Blake kind of knew that this was a potentiality. All right, let's go see. This is on the Ace of Swords to start with, and New Beginnings. Let's see. So what do we need to know from this circumstance now that we're seeing? Oh, this is Justin Baldoni. Okay, so maybe Ryan Reynolds is trying to like throw smoke or put up the, you know, the curtain You know, so that people can't see what he's pursuing over here in the side, like pocket kind of energy. Ooh, look. This is Blake. This is Baldoni. Yeah, Baldoni is being used as like some type of like cover for this energy. Because why would his energy come out like that? Like what he's being accused of is to kind of take off the, maybe even, I wonder if this woman, is Blake in on this too, just to create an environment where their relationship problems won't be? Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is essentially to help mask the fact that their marriage is like in the toilet. The dishonesty, the cheating, the being selfish, even the Seven of Swords in their relationship is being masked by this issue with Blake. Like, so that he could take, I mean, with Justin Baldoni, it's like, oh, okay, so Ryan is like, oh, I'm taking, you know, my wife's back. I've got her back. And everybody sees this and feels like, oh, this is such a good thing. And then all of a sudden the twists and turns that it takes. And it's because it was built off of a bunch of fake stuff. You know, this was not like, I don't know. They were trying to misuse their power. Like I said from the beginning, it's like, oh, okay, we need a third coin here. Let's go ahead and get that third coin, but not actually give it any precedence. No power. Wow. Whoa. Who is trying to tarnish? Like, I mean, I get it. And I know that they were trying to tarnish his image, but I get like there's some secret underhanded stuff with these friends. Okay, so there's something along the lines with Blake is really not focused on how this may affect Taylor. It's some energy like, I just don't care. I just don't care. That's what I keep hearing. I just don't care how it affects them. I just don't care, you know, if this doesn't line up with the story they've been, you know, portraying or presenting, etc., etc. Interesting. Anything else here? Yeah. So it's almost kind of like that energy, like where it can't even be held. They feel the anxiety of the truth being present. Ooh, look at that. Six of Wands and Page of Swords. Yeah. People are acknowledging this, like different things being off in the communications or whatever it is, whatever their storyline is for this thing that they have Justin involved in. It's making people even more curious. It's making people talk more. And he's actually being seen as like, oh, wait a minute. You really didn't have much to do with nothing. This is kind of something that people are bringing you into. So I feel like that may be what we are going to see play out next. Like their anxiety is going to be ripped into this energy. Because it's like they're going to see that happening. Oh, wow. They're going to see that happening. Maybe even move forward with like removing those relationships, those connections, the marriages. But they want to do it as in like the coolest way possible. So I don't know. It's like the most, you know, relaxed, like where it doesn't cause a big huff and puff. But they shouldn't have put such a smoke and mirrors thing in front of it. I get like somebody was really heated about the fact like, it's like, well, it doesn't matter. We're going to get divorced anyway. It doesn't matter. We're leaving this. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's like passion and compassion are like mixing, but they're not fully coming to the table. Wow. Yeah. Passion has left that marriage. It looks like it's built on something just with the sole purpose of like, again, this is a lack mindset that they're working out of right now. You know, like let's use our energy against another person to try to change a narrative and sue somebody for this obnoxious amount of money. This is really weird. Again, I didn't want to get into this because I feel like it's so convoluted. There's so many other things that they're trying to cover up right now versus what they're presenting. It's just really weird to me because I don't like, who wants to play detective about somebody and what they're lying about is so minimal. It's like, you don't want to be with her. She doesn't want to be with you. You guys made a mistake. Okay. I don't know. It's giving that energy, like trying to deflect. I hope that this has been helpful and insightful in some way, shape, or form. And I'll catch you on the next later.